Casting time. Today we have a special 2v2 match. It's going to be hyper interesting. Oh, let's die. Okay. This was one where I got to choose the matchup because it was getting a bit, well, it wasn't boring, but I'd like a change from Novus Hierarchy versus Masari Hierarchy. Or Masari Novus versus Masari Hierarchy. I wanted to see something a bit different. I wanted to see double races. Double races. And this is most interesting to see. There's a lot of strategies that can happen. And in Universe at War, there's a lot of really nice team combinations because there are ways to directly interact with your teammate. There's obvious stuff like Novus's flow being great vision for everyone, and Vizops being great for everyone, and that sort of thing, and Masari benefiting from Vizops and being able to give their teammates money, essentially. There's obviously a lot of interesting synergies. However, when it's same faction, there's a lot of interesting stuff you can do. So for Hierarchy, only one player needs to get Vizops, which is nice, and they probably have the least obvious synergies. For Novus, they can use each other's flow, which is really interesting. And for Masari, you can rebuild each other's Avengers with balance too. And only the player making the Avenger into a unit needs balance too. Very interesting. We're going to see double Sky Sari. They're going to hit hard, hit fast. They're going to try and eliminate one Hierarchy. They're going to gamble everything on beating up a Hierarchy immediately. And in this matchup, this is going to be about Hierarchy wiping out one of the Masari players quickly, or Masari wiping out one of the Hierarchy players quickly. Masari has superior endgame, they have excellent ways of fending off Hierarchy, but of course, you might just walk into the problem of 6 walkers all clumped together, and then you can't do anything. So it's going to be very interesting to see what happens. You can do stuff like Radiation here, because you know you're against 2 Masari, so you can definitely play Radiation builds. We're going to see a lot of spread out matter engines. We have Darkie with a little bit better base layout right now. He's already on his 2nd matter engine. Purified's going for the quick Knowledge Vault, and we should see the Knowledge Vault coming from Darkie any minute now. Here comes the Knowledge Vault. Very nice. So Darkie's chosen a little bit more Rico. Purified's chosen quicker air. Both are completely fine. And we need to see anti-air from our Hierarchy players, which we will. There's a lot of money. Masari might not need money, but that does mean that the other guys have more money. They will get all the instants. This is not going to come down to running out of resources. That's highly, highly, highly unlikely. Flight Machina coming down for Purified. Sticking a 3rd Architect on there. This is suboptimal. And he's realised his mistake and he's now moving this Architect away. Nice spread out matter engines. This is the anti-Walker play. And we see a very aggressive Hab Walker. Yeah. Yuno and Warbringer have kind of realised, hey, we're going to need to go fast. So this Walker's going to try and end the game, and it's not going to work. You can't Walker rush against Masari these days. It's been learned that you can just spread out matter engines, and Hierarchy can't rush you. They do scout the double Sky Sari, and Sky Guardian already coming out from Darkie. Very interesting. Not really sure why. I think you're better off with just Inquisitors. Habwalker's going to come down, and I expect this to be Radiation Lost Ones. Try and just turn these Architects into slave and snowball the game against them. Now, Vizops is completely viable. Only one of the players needs them. Magnets are very viable. And knowing that you're against Masari just means that you know your early game isn't going to be under too much pressure. Masari sort of can hit a mid-game stride with Sky Sari, and Purified's opting for a 3 matter engine economy, and Darkie is opting for the same. We are seeing 2, 3, 4 Reapers from Yuno, and from Warbringer we see 2, 3, 4. Instants are going to be divided up nicely between the two. Doesn't really matter too much who gets what, as long as you suck them up. And Puri's Inquisitor immediately scouts for the Walker in the water, which is an excellent place to scout. However, output RNG is not in his favour. They did not choose to build there this time. Instead, they chose quite safe defensive Walkers. Very unlikely to be scouted, this one. This one's surprisingly safe. Darkie has his first Inquisitor, and the Reaper drone harassment commences. We need to see Light 1. And we see a lot of lost ones. Yeah, this is exactly what I expected. This is probably Radiation 1, and the Inquisitor scouts this out. The reason I anticipated lost ones is A, they're great with radiation. B, they can bomb matter engines and just boom really quickly with their bombs. And 3, they can hit air. So it kind of covers a lot of options that Masari has. The second flight machina is up for Darkie, and the same is up for Purified. And Inquisitor harassment on Reapers is going to be annoying, but it's not that effective in the early game. It's just slow. Well, it's not that it's not effective, but it's slow. Warbringer's coming in for instance, is not microing the Reaper. Could take the opportunity to crush some Architects, and he's going to. Will the Reaper crush them? We don't have Light 1 on Darkie yet, and he loses 2 Architects. That's rough. Lost ones are out. They deal with Inquisitors excellently, and we're going to need to see something good from Darkie here. We see an Arc Turret coming out on the Hab Walker, and this single Inquisitor's just picking off this Reaper. It's really nice. Warbringer's got a hyper-aggressive Glyph Carver. When the mid-game chaos hits, I do expect a Walker to be dropped here. Hab Walker's coming in nastily. Darkie needs to micro well to not blow himself up on these matter engines. And the Arc Turrets are going to be very nice for the Inquisitors. We need to see Light 1. And Warbringer is... not Warbringer. Yuno is maybe retreating his Hab Walker. He is. He doesn't want to blow up on the matter engine yet. And oh my god, the Lost Ones. That's a lot of Lost Ones. Light 1 deals with Lost Ones very well. We need to see Light 1 ASAP. We see Assault 1 for the bombs. And this is probably a dead matter engine. That's disgusting. That's disgusting. Gravitic turrets are up, but this is the thing. This is the thing. Avengers, they just do so much damage. Look at this. That's a lot of damage for a unit you get for free. AFK Inquisitor here. Puri giving Darkie a bit of advice. You can stasis the matter engines to deal with the lost ones. That is very true. Darkie hasn't got much economy yet, though. Oh no, he's on 3 matter engines. It's not that bad, actually. Purified is on 4 matter engines. And here comes the Walker. This is what I expected. So many gravitic turrets. Bloody hell. Purified will see this and be like, yeah, this ain't happening. Is he going to get the Reaper Glyph? Get sold. Nice sell, nice sell. But, again, the Avenger... the Avenger will actually just solo all of this unless the Reapers intervene. Oh no, no, no. No, Puri! Slide the Reaper Glyph! Slide the Reaper Glyph! Puri! Puri! Ah, look! Just look at your no! That was a dead glyph. Ah! Reaper is in the Sky Surrey base scouting. It looks like we have Light 1 from Puri. I would imagine so. We have a myriad of Inquisitors here. Holy hell. And the second push with the Lost Ones is nigh. We expect to see Darkie expand eastward, and this Walker will not last too long. Especially if Darkie has Light 1. Puri opted to not finish off the arrival site, interestingly. What's he going for? The Walker? It is a production Walker, so it's not the scariest. He needs to bully the gravitic turret first. Oh, that dies. The Avenger can deal with the gravitic turret, though. The Avenger will just straight up kill it if it's not checked. Phase tanks trying to beat up the matter engine. It's not enough damage. These are just dead phase tanks. Excellent phase. Darkie's going to migrate. Yeah, it's going to have to be a migration. We have Light 1 now from Darkie. It's a lot of spread damage. It adds up. We need to see big impact from these Inquisitors soon, and we're not seeing it yet. They have forced out a lot of anti-air, though. Just by existing, they have to commit so much money to anti-air. And now we have a heavily kitted Walker with 2 arc turrets coming in on this base. We see a transition to some ground. I expect there to be Figments coming out of this rather than Conquerors. Although Conquerors would be nice for these phase tanks. And the Lost Ones are beating up the Knowledge Vault. That's not the biggest deal with Sky, sorry. You only need the Knowledge Vault to build the Flight Machina. You don't need it to produce Inquisitors. Puri is coming in to beat up the Walker for his buddy. Knowledge Vault goes down, which still hurts. And overall, it's a very dynamic early game from both sides. It's not decided one way or the other. I would give a minor advantage to our Hierarchy players at the moment. Darkie has to build a Citadel, but he still can produce... No, he can't. He lost the Flight Machina. Oh. Okay, Hierarchy is now very much in the lead. However, Yuno doesn't have another Walker yet. So they have a bit of time where these Lost Ones are gonna not do so much. Darkie has Architects. He needs to not be scouted by these Lost Ones. Matter Engine is going to start burning. It's probably going to get bombed, honestly. This Glyph Carver, can't believe that's alive. We need to see sell on this Machina. It needs to be sold. Just get the money really quick. There are arc turrets, but you're going to have to bring the Inquisitors in to start fighting. Now, Light 1 is incredibly effective against Hierarchy because it burns every hard point. So yeah, it's not much damage per tick, but it's going to apply 7 times on this Walker. 7. That adds up. And then you add the units in as well, and it's just a lot of damage. Phase Tank's trying to come in on the backside. They're aiming for the Knowledge Vault. That's a max Knowledge Vault. Wow. And the burn is just slowly going to drain away. Architects repair, the buildings burn. It's a nice little wombo combo. More Phase Tanks are rolling in. Yuno is going for Visops, it looks like. It's got the detection drone. Right now, it's Warbringer doing all the fighting. And there's a lot of Phase Tanks. Oh my word. Need to see destabilize on some stuff soon. The Machina wasn't sold. The Walker didn't crush it for some reason. Oh, the Matter Engine is going to blow. You need to get them Inquisitors out of there. And he does. Nice. And this is going to blow up and hurt the Walker a lot. Boom. That's Quantum 3. Is that Quantum 3? That looks like Quantum 3. Bloody hell. Darkie is scrambling to rebuild so he can start... Purified. It's just dead. Yeah, it's... I don't know what you do. Good game. That's... What's the strat? Game 2. The script is flipped. We will see Purified and Darkie be Hierarchy this time against Warbringer and Yuno. This will be very, very interesting. I don't know how this is going to go. Warbringer, they've both seen like each other's way to play. And I don't know what the adaptations are going to be. I think that we're going to see Sky Sari plus Light Conquerors. That's what I anticipate. So, the script is flipped. We have Masari as Yuno, as the light blue Yuno. Masari. Words, English, blah, 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 blah. The light blue Masari is Yuno. Our orange Masari is Warbringer. We have our green Hierarchy as Darkie, and we have our yellow Hierarchy as Purified. We're going to see the anti-Walker builds, of course. Goes without saying. And we're going to see our first Reaper drones come down. So we're seeing the players say they're going Sky, Land, and Air. It's a build that I kind of pioneered in recent times, where you go for both Conquerors and Inquisitors. And the idea is that you send Inquisitors somewhere, you be an absolute pest. When they build anti-air, you pull back the Inquisitors, and then you send the Conquerors in. And then you pester somewhere else. And you kind of just try and make your opponent spend too much money on anti-air and punishing the anti-air. and then it allows you to switch either to full air or full ground, depending on the situation. Usually you'll kind of just ram your head into the wall until something good happens, and tech switch if the situation presents itself as such into Dark Peacebringers. We see the Skirmisher portal coming down for Warbringer. So we're going to see some early Figments potentially, or some early Disciples, and then some later Inquisitors. We have the early Monolith Scout, and this is necessary. You need to scout as the hierarchy here to see what you're up against exactly. We see a quad matter engine start for Yuno. I like it. I really like it. And for Warbringer, we had double matter engine into portal and then 2 more matter engines. So Yuno's a bit heavier on the eco. Warbringer's a bit heavier on the early fighting. We see the Reapers collecting the instants, of course. We've got our yellow hierarchy being a little bit static. Purified's kind of going for a bit later on the instance, interestingly. Monolith doing some superficial poking. This is not important. Yuno's going for the Skirmisher portal, so we're going to see ground first. And we're going to see the Disciple to just beat up the Monolith. It's normal for Masari to just get a casual Disciple to beat up the Monolith. Now the Knowledge Vault's coming down, which means we're going to see Sky Sari from Warbringer before Ground Sari. We do not yet have Walker Glyphs coming down. Oh, now that's a greedy, aggressive Walker Glyph. Quite hard to snipe. It's on a cliff, so units will kind of walk around rather than to it. But that's so greedy. Oh no, he's going to crush the Machina. Oh my god. 5th Matter Engine coming down for Yuno. Warbringer's going to operate on the 5th Matter Engine now. A lot of Reapers coming down, and only the 2 Walkers. Oh. These are 2 hyper-aggressive Walkers. Oh my word. Are they going to get away with this? This Disciple could ruin their day. So a long time before this glyph comes up. A long time. I like the Monolith placement. The Monolith gains its vision back over time after a teleport, and it will see the Disciple coming from a long way off and give them a much bigger window of opportunity to sell it. We have the dark, grounded version to start with for Yuno, and the light air version to start with for Warbringer. And God, these walkers, man, they're so aggressive. High eco coming in. Disciple comes in. We should see a light mode switch and beating up this Reaper. He has no reason to go here. He has no idea that there's a walker there. Oh, he's going for the materials factory. Does that work for air units? I imagine it does. They're classed as vehicles for the purposes of magnets. There's the light mode switch. The Inquisitors are going to start coming out. First Figment is down, and they're going to see this Walker and be like, oh my god, that was built on our doorstep. We need to see Sky Sari come over now. Oh no, they've alerted that they know it's there. That's a bit of an error. And it's all in on combat. There's a couple of cost optimizers, so we're probably going to see some Saucers come out. Monolith Poke coming in. We do not see Light 1. The Inquisitor will handily beat the Monolith. We should see a teleport out. This is interesting. So this Walker is going to be outfitted with cost optimizers and Defilers. It's a Defiler Radiation Rush, potentially. Light Masari does surprisingly well against that. It'll be a lot of slaves. And on this side, we see also a Defiler Rush. So double Defiler Rush. Ford Guardian placed. We need to see a light mode switch, really, to burn that Reaper down effectively. Very nice Dark Mine placed in advance. The Walker might bank left and avoid that, but if it does that, it will not crush the Machina. So this is an excellent mine, whether it stuns or not. More Figments coming down. Don't get your Architects crushed. Very nice. Stun it. Light mode switch, maybe. On the other side, this Defiler Rush is not going to be stopped by Dark Mines. The Machina will probably be the first thing crushed. Oracle is coming down. That's an early Oracle. Machina is crushed. Defilers are in, and the radiation will do a lot of damage to Architects. That stuff hurts. Where's the light switch? Where's the units? Where's the flight mech? Where's anything? Masari's just so slow in the early game. Arc turrets are coming out to deal with Skysari. I now want to see Warbringers, Inquisitors to switch, and they will not. Oh, I thought they were going to go to deal with the Defilers. This Walker will not succeed. It won't succeed. It will just get blown up on matter engines. There's no way. He's not... He is light 1. We see light 1, so this Walker is just... Boom. It's dead. That's a dead Walker already. Holy shit. Another Walker's coming down. I would be honoured. Zessus. Oh, we could see teleport shenanigans on Reaper drones. We've also got teleport light detonate. That works. And this Defiler Rush is going a little bit better than this one. This one did crush a Machina. This one did destroy a Machina. We need to see light 1 burn to deal with the Saucers. There's no anti-air right now, and Disciples just get turned into slaves by the Defilers. How is that Skirmisher Portal not crushed? Excuse me? The Inquisitors are actually outranging the Arc Turrets for the most part. That is a thing they can do. Another Walker is coming down. And there's just 2 attacks going on. Warbringer did capture both materials factories. If it works on Inquisitors, which I imagine it does, they'll be pumping out very quickly. There's not much anti-air this time from the hierarchy, so they are very prone to harassment, and they're kind of doing an aggressive defense, forcing the opponents on the back foot such that they can't be harassed. We see a very forward matter engine here, and a single Zessus poking down this arrival site. This is brilliant. And yes, thank you, well-positioned Yuno. Positioned right on this bit, so the glaive hits multiple times on the arrival site. It's so much more damage. Saucers are coming in. We don't see light 1. We need to see light 1 soon. This Walker's going to die on this matter engine, and this Walker was already cleaned up with no cell. And this time our Masari players seem to have a better grip of how to deal with this. Reapers are migrating. This arrival site is dead to rights. There's no realistic way to stop this. And a very well-hidden Machina. Very nice play from Yuno. We need to see light 1, man. Yuno, get that light 1. It's 1 tech. We see a ping from Yuno pinging down there, but... Oh, there's a Disciple in place, so he's saying to Warbringer, micro your Disciple, bud. Get some nice poke in. Inquisitors bullying Reapers. This is so nice. This is what you want to see. Arrival site sold while it's low. They left it so that Zessus was stuck there, and sold it to get just a little bit of money. And now we've just got an all-in Walker here, and if this isn't Quantum 3, it's going to fail on matter engines. Oh, Fire and Brimstone. Zessus teleported in here and dealt with a Glyph Carver. Really nice. Lightburn finishes off the Gravitic. And the perfect positioning? No. So now he'll only hit twice rather than 3 or 4 times. Which is fine, but it's not optimal. So I guess it was an accident before. More Reapers. Inquisitors. Poke the Reapers. There we go. And these should be hitting different targets. For the maximum burn over time. And our hierarchy players... aren't achieving much. They've bullied Yuno out of his base, but it's taking so long to actually kill him. If he was light 1, these units would be dead by now. Or they would have to be repairing a lot more, and the assault would come in slower. It's hilarious there's a couple of Avengers actually forcing out a repair saucer. They've realised that they must have migrated, but Yuno is so smart. He's migrated to the enemy part of the map. Why would you check here? You wouldn't. Zessus is chipping down this arrival site, and... oh, the Glyph had to be sold! Oh, that's nasty, and these Disciples are just dismantling hierarchy from the inside out. The Inquisitors come in to back up Yuno a bit, but it's a bit late. This was a late rotation. You either do it sooner or not at all, I guess. This Reaper is just going to die to Inquisitors passing by, and the light 1 burn. Why aren't the Inquisitors shooting? Shoot it once. Just once. Ah, pain. It might not even die now if the Skirmisher Portal dies. The Sorcerers are all coming across, and now there's a big Walker attack in. Yeesh. Puri needs to get a Zessus of his own and TP out. He needs to teleport out. Arrival site goes down for Purified. Defilers are coming in, really nice. Getting the radiation in, turning the architects into slaves. Take a few hits for you, it's very nice. And all the Inquisitors are coming back, and there's arc turrets on the Walker, but the Defilers aren't going to live. Yuno is rebuilding, has to build a Citadel now, because he lost his, so he can't build much. And look at these slaves. The slaves are actually doing a lot of damage. People say these things are pointless. They're really not. They're not incredible, but they are not pointless. They can take care of the skirmisher portal. What's up here? I see a bit of blue. A couple of architects. That's a lot of saucers plus arc turrets now, and that's hard for Inquisitors to live. We don't see balance 3 yet. The Inquisitors are choosing to focus fire the saucers, and the harassment has kind of stopped. Defensive Walker coming down. This is so interesting. Zessus? No, Architect. We need to see Zessus so Purified can build somewhere. We see an arrival site up here, which is hilarious. And Yuno's positioning choice is brilliant. Not Yuno. Yeah, Yuno. This is so brilliant. Citadel comes up. We're going to see more matter engines. And Purified's Inquisitors have decided to split up and go hunting. And there's just this little corner over here. It's so funny. Warbringer's Inquisitors are doing so well. Avengers are even getting in on the action a bit. Look at that damage from Avengers. It's so busted. So much damage. Warbringer's trying to stay just out of range of the arc turrets, and it's almost worth considering range enhancers on the Walker to deal with the Inquisitor harassment. Another Walker coming down. What is going on here? Weird. These slaves are still alive, Jesus. Figments are going out everywhere. Zessus is hunting. They're going hunting and they're not finding. And this is cat and mouse on both sides. Oh my god, look at this. They can't see each other, right? That's got to be right on the edge of fog. And the Inquisitors will now find these Reapers. If they spot the arrival site glyph, that's so bad for Purified. They will. Surely they see that. Teleport. Veritable Keeper waits. Pop. The arrival site is surely dead. How do you not see that? Click it! Click it! It's right there! Thank you! Oh my god, I was... Jesus Christ. And that's Purified almost out the game. Avengers doing significant damage to Reapers. And this Walker has no anti-air. And that's Puri's last Glyph Carver. Zessus bailout? Yeah. Zessus bailout. If this Carver goes down, Puri is basically out the game. He's on the clock. Saucers come out to protect his stuff. You gotta move that Carver. You gotta move the Carver. Oh, They don't know it's his last Carver. They just don't know. The slaves are still alive. Bloody hell. Okay, Warbringer's Citadel goes down. We see new stuff being built all around. And yeah, this is Masari Whack-A-Mole. This is Whack-A-Mole. This is so funny. Yuno is still rebuilding. That's the thing. There's been a massive lull in the action. And Puri has his one Carver still alive. His one... This Walker's still here. What the fuck? We need to see Visops at some point, but how do they get there? So much cat and mousing. Jesus. Citadel coming up for Warbringer. It's needed. And there's not many units out for either side. There's Walkers. And this is a phase tank cost optimizer Walker. Seems like Puri isn't too worried about rebuilding his arrival site. Disciples. Nice. Disciples have such range. They can really bully this Walker. Pop. Oh my god, that's so much damage. Saucers are just looking everywhere. They're like, where are they? And when they see Yuno's base, they're going to be like, oh my god. Warbringer's out the game for a little while, so now the balance has shifted to Yuno having to make impact. And Kamala's out. Is Zessus in there? Duck comes up for an easy Conqueror kill. Zessus is over here bullying the arrival site. Is teleport on cooldown? Fire and Brimstone? Something? Zessus? Oh, Zessus is dead. Yeah, Zessus is dead. There's no way. Teleport. He'll just bring the sources with him. He's just dead. Zessus dead. Inquisitor's finally picking off some more Reapers. Did Purified sell his Glyph Carver? I think he... No, he still got it. He still got it. Look at this. What is that? Alright. More Reaper drone harassment is what we want to see. And these materials factories just still standing, but they're not doing anything. Interesting game, yeah. Inquisitors. I think you ignore these sources and poke down the Reaper drone, honestly. Puri cannot rebuild. So many walkers, though, like... But they don't know where Yuno is! The Inquisitor plus the Disciple is dealing with this, because this is the anti-air. This is what I was talking about. The anti-air comes up, the ground units come up. You just keep on doing that classic rock, paper, scissors over and over. What? Why would you concede? Look at your teammate. You have so much stuff still. Yuno can still win this, but it's going to be hard now. Oh, the Knowledge Vault got spotted. We don't have Light 1 on Yuno. That concede was too soon. Warbringer. Yuno might... It's not Yuno might recover. Yuno has recovered. Look at this. He has stuff. This is real stuff. Wait, do we have no carvers for... We have no carvers for Darkie. No carvers. Puri has one. They had it. They weren't able to rebuild. They just had to find all the Reapers and they were just dead. Warbringer shouldn't have conceded, because even if he couldn't do anything, he could buy time for Yuno to carry. Right? Even if you just build Disciples and you're just like, I'll kill 2 or 3 units, just buy time for your team. Oh, Warbringer, stop conceding. Just stop. Stop it. All the splash damage on both sides. Let's see who wins this fight. It's the Conquerors. Nice. Kinda. That's not true. No! No, no, no!